Good evening, everybody. I'm Joker from Play. Wait a minute. Wrong stream.
Smack.
My bad. What's going on, everybody? It's Papa. I'm here with Toucan. Welcome to End of Airsoft. This is the 14th iteration, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, way to go to make it crooked. There we go.
I wasn't even in frame.
Well, because that was on purpose.
Wow.
There it is. So, yeah, welcome, welcome everybody, or nobody, whoever may or may not be here watching. There's 4 people watching. Anybody watching, do me a favor, get a comment for me just so I can see if there it is, Crisper, my man, there he is. Awesome. Looking forward to going out. We're going to announce that here in a minute, Crisper. We're going to be announcing Thunderdome 2, the expansion. We'll be announcing that here shortly. Very happy. Dustin, what's going on? Sorry, I don't have my glasses on because they look terrible on camera, but and Christian's looking down instead of at the camera. But
that's true.
Okay too.
I'm updating things.
If only he was prepared, that would have been wonderful.
Oh yeah.
It's good to be here on Wednesday.
Hump
I got to be honest with you. I'm starting to enjoy this. I'm getting my boys coming down to visit me every other Wednesday now, and these are guys I've been missing for like 6 months. So this is awesome for me. And I know it's probably terrible for you guys having to see this all the time, but whatever. But thank you again for joining. We'll do like we do normally, just kind of gonna wait it out for a few minutes, see how many people we get watching. We're gonna kick it off. We are going to today is the conversation about, and Crisper, I know you got something to say about this, I'm sure. Guns we love and guns we hate, guns we wish they would make, and guns we wish they would stop making.
Oh yeah.
So, and where they can improve and so on. And as I say this is really more about the Rick, how's it going, bud? It's really more about but I haven't seen Rick in a while.
Rick.
And this is really more about the commercial gun makers, not just like the custom guys. That's awesome. I do want to talk about that a little bit. I wish more folks would come out with their custom guns. There's a lot of builders out there. I like my Scorpion mags, not so. Well, you don't like them because they fall out, and I get that. So find a better way, and you will. I have faith in you, Anthony. So I'm rambling, trying to fill up time till you're ready.
Hello.
Why do so many of the ones we love not have a dependable replica? Fair enough, and that is where I'll end up turning it over to you, because just to preface this, I know nothing about nomenclature of guns. I know next to nothing about guns as a whole. I was in the Army as a tank commander, 120 millimeter.
That's it.
I got it. There we go. 50 cal. I got you. Even the 240 Bravo. There we are.
So glad you brought up the 50 cal.
That's
coming up in this, baby.
That's what we call a segue.
Oh.
We had one M16 on the tank, not even an M4. It was an M16 on the tank, and we carried the Beretta 9. When I went in, we started with the 45, and then we converted over to the Beretta 9. Oh, Mr. Edward Miranda, Dark Horse 6 representing in the house.
Represent. Tell your boss to get in here.
I'm sure he's on his way. Hopefully on his way. So I never had a need to learn anything about real steel. And when I got out, when I was done, people would always ask me, and let's go shooting. Listen. and
Greg's over here like, why isn't my firearm on a vehicle? Oh.
And if you've done artillery or if you've done armor, it takes a lot to impress you after 120 millimeter.
Greg's like, anything less than a 2-man crew, I'm not into it.
Yeah.
But hey, before we segue into a segue and segue out, let's get our event dates out here. And historically,
we ready to do that?
We're gonna do it right now.
We could do 20 more seconds. You could do it at the 5-minute mark.
Okay,
that's not a bad plan. We can actually keep a schedule.
We could do it at the 5-minute mark, or we could talk with elongated sentences
for the next
and
7
bring
seconds
out the next 5, 4. No.
And here's Toucan with your upcoming events.
This just in. Airsoft is cool. Moving on. Going in general order here.
General order. Not chronological, not perpendicular, just general order.
And I want to, in the beginning of this, I want to give a huge shout out to Stryker Airsoft for their Mini Milsim 5 Operation Rail Line. Everybody I've talked to about that event loved it. It looked awesome. The pictures were great. I heard of the really interesting and dynamic ways they handled their rules and objectives. Congrats to you guys. That sounded like an awesome event.
If Matt is out watching, pop on real quick. I want to ask you about a little bit about your minimum engagement distances. I know there was some.
Yes, there was an interesting thing out there about that. We'd like
some different setups. I would
no
like to
hate
talk about that
again.
Yeah, no,
great event.
Curious about it. There he is, Mr. Steve Tom himself.
So that's just in. So, March 25th to the 26th is Warzone's The Ground War. They recently changed their times. Follow them on Facebook and say you're going to the event on their Facebook event page as well. Really fun. Deadpool and the boys are running a great event at Wayne's World. Need I say more about Wayne's World with paintball? That AO is excellent. So check that out. Going down to our brothers and sisters down south, the tryhards at Matrix Tactical are having their April's Fool's game on. Yeah. April Fools.
This is going to be a great one.
It's going to be excellent. We gotta maybe have them on the next.
Yes.
So they could just espouse and tell me I fucked up somewhere. It'd be great. Oh, that's $1.
Really?
Moving on though.
We don't do that on this.
No, we'll edit the bleep in. Moving on towards the second weekend of April. April is a busy month. Wasteland 14.5. Fallout LARP Airsoft. Wasteland 14.5. One day event.
Is amazing.
It's the last kind of event that brings me joy. So
the mayor will not be present for that. It is not a big enough deal for him to show to a 0.5. He's way more important than that, but he will be present at Wasteland 15.
So you're not collecting taxes? Oh, now look at that. Oh, I felt some energy in that.
Once a year.
Only
once a year.
Yeah, with his big money bag. Again, by Mind Game Productions, Mac, Joel, and the crew. Awesome, wonderful, amazing, fantastic. It is a Fallout LARP. It is LARPier than it is more LARPy than Airsofty. Absolutely, if you've never been to one of these events, you have to try it out. It will bring you joy, or it'll give you a hard lesson to learn.
I thought it a worse joke.
Don't do it.
I can't.
Moving on. Going up northeastern a ways is Big House Milsim's Syndicate 3, April 14th to the 16th. Decommissioned sanatorium with tunnel systems, a morgue. It's haunted. Architecture from the 30s. It's so good. The ticket sales are extraordinarily excellent. That's going to be a packed and filled AO. There's a TFR. There's a Civi faction. Tan versus green on top of each other. Fun objectives. Dynamic environment. You got to check that event out if you can.
And for those of you interested, I've been instructed to, so I will be bringing every D-Hop barrel I have made up there. I was told that I have to bring all of them up, so I'll have probably somewhere between 40 and 60 barrels on hand.
My God, the D-Hop barrel.
Oh,
it's obnoxious to talk about. It will not fold your laundry. It will not cure your blindness. It will not fix your gout. But man, I'd hate to be the other guy on the receiving end of that round. That's all I'll say, because this guy's sick of people
complimenting. I wasn't bringing it up for that. Stop.
My name's
really
Greg.
wasn't.
Oh,
don't buy my products. Keep moving on.
Shout out to my man Tom C. in South Carolina. He is hosting his annual Junkyard Festival. It is more of just a Mad Max, drive your car, be wild and naughty.
Where's this one
kind of event. This is at East Wind Castle in South Carolina. It's just a big 3-day party. Check it out.
Okay.
It is. Follow Nuke Atlanta or Nuke Atlanta on Facebook. Awesome. Great community too.
Can I make a joke about Josh? He asked where D-Hop is. Can I say it's with the rest of your leg? Am I not allowed to say that?
I think if you say it out loud, people get offended. So don't bring up the leg.
I won't say that.
Yeah, okay.
I won't say that then.
I'm glad we kept that out of the stream. Moving on.
Show up tomorrow, Josh. You'll have it.
But speaking of showing up and awesome things, there's a little event May 5th.
May
5th going on. It's Thunder what?
There
Thunder
it is.
who?
I believe it's Thunderclap. No.
Go
on.
Thundercats.
There it is.
No.
Thunderdome.
Oh, wait,
Thunderdome,
no.
The
third one?
The
first
this
one?
is the second one. The sequel, if you will.
The expansion
of the Sears building.
Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah, the expansion. Now, if those of you that went to Thunderdome last time, this time the Sears building is open. Upstairs and downstairs are going to be open, and we will be we'll be running there. I'll definitely be there. This guy's going to be there as well. I know that all the folks at Dark Horse 6 are going to be there, and be on the lookout for them.
For those of you that went to Clash of the Titans, you will see some of the more dynamic objectives and props from that event show up, i.e., the RFID card scanner.
Yes.
Will be making an appearance at that event. Very
That's
excited.
Right. AKA the ATM.
Screw you guys. The actual name has been shadowed by the nickname. Oh, it's more closer to a hotel door than a... Anyways, so that is my Operation Lion Claws. Kevin Crisper, kisses, hugs, and licks. Love you, man.
And thank you, John Liu, as a whole, for everything that you do for us.
100,000%.
Absolutely.
Moving on. Flames of Rebellion, a Star Wars Airsoft event by Mind Game Productions at Wayne's World of Paintball, May 13th. May 4th, too tricky to get to. May 13th, nah. So, Star Wars Airsoft scenarios. I'm going as a Wookiee. Check it out. Mac and the crew yet again bringing another crazy faction-filled fun. It's more airsofty than LARPy, but boy, you better believe I'm going to be going at people at that event.
LARPier. You've covered all the bases.
LARPieringus. Yes. So, and again, that is by Mind Game Productions. That is Flames of Rebellion, May 13th. Now for the busiest weekend, apparently, the weekend of May the 19th. So,
yes.
2 events happening that weekend. Let's go. Yes, there are. About 4 hours away from each other.
Okay.
New Breed Airsofts. Operation Red Horse. Shout out to my boy Wiener.
Yep.
Big Indian Paintball, Perry, Georgia. Great location. Fun AO. This is May 19th to the 20th. Guess who's vending the event?
What? There's a vendor?
Amped Air. No, we are. Yeah. But we'll be there. D-Ups. We're going to be cooking.
Not only vending. The Dead End Cafe will be there. I will be serving hot dogs, hamburgers, possibly some other things as well. So we'll be actually handling all the food there as well. So thank you very much. NBA. I don't know what that is. Oh, New Breed Airsoft. Duh. Sorry. Looking forward to it. Going to be fantastic.
It's going to be awesome.
Moving
on.
Sorry.
Sorry, Waiter. He said move on.
No, I blew it. I ruined the whole thing.
Yes, he did.
Those days.
Also, same weekend is Nuke Lanta's Vixen's Birthday Bash, Airsoft Nerf LARP at Eastwind Castle. That is the weekend of the 19th, and it ends the 21st. You play all day, then when the sun goes down, you party in character, and then when you wake up and try to sober up out of character, and then you attempt to coordinate a way to get home. Always a fun time at Steve C's events. It's very much so. Yeah, let's get the event over so we can party. Like it's awesome, amazing, fantastic. Follow Nuke Lanta on Facebook.
How many events do we have?
This isn't all of them. This is half the year.
Oh my god!
And there's some at the end. Yeah, it's
guys. For those of you that are saying I have nowhere to go play, shut up.
Oh yeah,
because there's nothing but events happening. This is fantastic.
So moving on. We are still no, we're done with May. Thank God. Jesus. Okay, now into June. Okay, a favorite project of mine that got to see the light of day at an excellent AO to reflect what it's supposed to be characterized. Greg won't know it because he doesn't like me. It is Big House Milsim's Geigerlands 2. This pointer finger is turning into one of these. It's a
is it LARPier than LARP?
It's darky LARPy.
It's very much
darky.
LARPy.
It
very
is
much on the LARPy side.
Fallout, cannibals, power armor, tunnels.
But not Blackwater. Can't have them there.
Look, man, I'm sorry you and Mark don't kiss enough. I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there was nothing wrong with Blackwater. Blackwater did a fantastic job.
A little too good. June 2nd to the 4th is Geigerlands 2 at Big House Milsim in Creason, Pennsylvania. Awesome AO. Really makes you feel like you're in the post-apocalypse. Hopelessness. I think one of the biggest factions at this event is literally a cannibal faction, which can eat you. So check that out. There's a lot to digest for that statement. Got to be great. I'll see you there.
You can have cannibals in an event, But you can't have mercenaries.
Joker, if you're watching, jump on. I don't want to argue with this man.
Not an argument. I'm just sad. I mean, we did a good job.
Look what you've done to my boss, Joker.
Again, I'm trying to grow, man.
Yeah. If you want to see him growing, check out South Florida Airsoft's recent.
Yeah, you know what?
We're not gonna. Yeah, I'll be quiet.
How's your 1919?
Oh, it works great. Moving on. We'll actually skip that one. Less Airsofty. November 10th through the 12th is Big House Milsim's Scorched Earth, again in Crescent, Pennsylvania.
Crescent or Crescent? You said it both ways.
I don't know which one, so I say both. So I'm covering my bases, or I sound 50% dumb. Force on force, Milsim action, great AO. Love it. There's not much more to say. The AO sells the event. Tickets, get your tickets. That AO is
not the game writer though. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah. So moving on. The last event I have on here, as Greg burns the bridges of kindness for himself.
Angry little man.
Yeah. Is Nuke-Lanta's Fallout Airsoft Nerf LARP.
Not Nuke-Lanta, by the way.
It's Nuke-Lanta. I always call it Nuke-Lanta, but it's Nuke-Lanta. Cons Blitz. It is a great con mission-oriented event, most likely. That is happening December 8th through 10th. I cannot stress enough, that community makes that event. Steve C, with his party attitude, makes the after event almost as eventful, if not more so. Check it out. Follow Nuke-Lanta on Facebook. This is the current list of places we're interested in going on the southeastern seaboard, but there are a plethora of other things happening as well, such as the reopening of Gunny's Warfare Center in North Carolina.
That's beautiful.
Our dearest man, Joker, is going to go to their grand opening, as the original owners of that paintball field have elected to step back and let the Gunny's crew kind of take the reins on that property. Yes, they're still going to run paintball, awesome. but Gunny's has a home.
That is absolutely fantastic. It's great to hear.
It's all the love in the world for you, Will. You deserve it. And I'm just so glad. I'm just so glad you're coming back.
It's always nice to hear stuff like that. It really is.
Yeah.
Especially amongst the turmoil and everything he was going through. It's nice to hear it work out well in the end. It's good.
Yeah. But thank you for tuning in to Two Cons.
Where is this one? Which what the Gunnies? Yeah, Gunnies. Say the location again for Dustin.
I'm going to respond to your comment with the location, because off the top of my head, I don't know the name of the location. I think it's called the Castle, but I could be wrong. So
he'll get it and he'll put it in.
Thank you for joining me.
He'll put it in comments
on our.
Nuke-Lanta. Where's Nuke-Lanta?
Nuke-Lanta is in Trenton, South Carolina, at the East Wind Castle. That location has a lot of like Boffer combat role play events. Steve C is one of the companies that rents the location run events at. The location itself, the gentleman that owns it, they build like cottages with AC. You can rent some of the awesome like Viking or medieval themed buildings to keep in the weekend. They have a Hobbit hole that you can just use as a cat. Dustin, it's awesome. If you go, give me a holler, homeboy. I go to those events quite frequently. It's very awesome. Prepare to drink.
To Augie, my favorite cuisine is actually either Chinese or Japanese food. It really is, and I am half Italian, half Jew, and although I love some good manigot, it's so filling. I would rather eat some sushi or.
I agree with you, but you ready for this? I eat Japanese food for a rainbow of flavor and taste.
Yeah,
I eat Chinese food for pure gluttony.
It's the MSG, baby.
MSG. But thank you. Drinking, yes, Dustin.
Drinking. Right, how we doing, bud?
But thank you for that. Now to bring it back over to the boss. Who called me a mutt?
I think.
Oh, what are you talking?
Technically, because the
I'm gonna get a drink.
The Jewish side is actually there's English, Welsh, Australian, all of that. There's a ton over there. So yeah, definitely a mutt. Which could have something to do with the height. I'm not sure. Italian Jew. Yeah, I'm a Dago Bagel. It's just it's what my parents decided to have. Chinese food. That's every time I'm around you, I just have this feeling of hunger. So yeah, this one we're gonna have. What are you doing? Oh my God! No, we'll just walk out in the middle of a stream. Not a problem.
Forever.
We've got the topic like we talked about before, and there's a lot of you guys have been playing for a long time, so this really might be a good one for you to chime in on. Is guns that you've found that are your favorite, whether it's the very specific replica made by a specific company or just in general, like an 880 or something like that, whatever it might be, or guns that you just wish they would stop making or are terrible or what have you. I'm actually going to kick it off because there's my favorite gun that they can't seem to get right. That's the worst part of it. Is the CZ61. Absolutely, positively,
legendary,
undoubtedly my favorite gun in airsoft.
Thanks.
And they almost get it right with the gas blowback version, except it maxes out at like 30 rounds, even with the drum. I mean, it's terrible. So it's got to be the AEG. Well, even the AEG, which is an AEP, that's all well and good because you can upgrade them. I've got the parts. I can do all that. That's not where the problem is. Problem is, literally, there's two tiny screws holding a plastic hand grip onto an all-metal body. Just doesn't work. Just doesn't work at all. And it's not the power. It's not the performance of it. It literally is that. The best one I've ever had, I had to put cloth tape around the hand grip and then up and over the top of the body just to have it. So my favorite is also one of the worst guns in airsoft. So that's kind of where I want to kick this off. I want to start it there, talk about it like that, and to give you an idea of what we're talking about tonight. MTW is king. You know what? You absolutely you're right. You can't go wrong. MTWs are purpose built, ground up, 100%. I mean, what can you say about them? They built it around the engine. So you definitely can't say anything wrong about them.
Shout out to Wiener for standing Crytek with me. The best. Coming from an era where I had to spend $400 on a crap gun and then buy an angry gun, $400 upgrade kit, get subpar for Crytek is where it's at. I love Crytek. They are the iPhones of airsoft, and I am not afraid to say that.
I love CRISPR's comment right here. Snipers don't get a sniper for your first gun.
Legendary.
I have that conversation at least twice a week with people here in the store. Definitely not. Snipers are great, and there are some absolutely. You know what? Honestly, factory built, probably one of my favorite. I've never owned it. One of the best factory built snipers is Bullpup. Why can't I think of the name of it right now?
The Silverback.
Silverback. Yeah,
I was that it?
It really was. Yeah.
Yes.
It's purpose. That's another purpose built gun. They designed it to be great from the factory. It's expensive, but it's great from the factory.
And it's so heavy.
It really is. It's not. I mean,
a battle axe is lighter.
But it's fantastic. Now, for what you're paying for and all that, maybe it's a little much. Maybe you could build your own, but we're talking straight from the factory. Great gun, great sniper. But again, CRISPR, to your point, absolutely not. Don't be a sniper for your first gun. You're not going to be a Novich. You're not going to be a Dutch. You're not going to be a swamp sniper. You're not going to be any of those guys.
Oh, Dutch the hooligan.
It takes four days to get 4 minutes of video. It's just you're just not going to get it.
And it might not be your play style. I mean, that's the other thing too. When you first start, who knows what your play style is going to be? I mean, I always thought like, oh, I'm gonna be this SPR. What is Wes? iPhone autocorrect Crytek. Yo, next time I see you, we're kissing, boy. That's your eternal punishment for that comment. You think I'm joking? I'll see you at BTA, boy. Love you, Wes. I don't even know what I said. Wes just destroyed me.
I'm a fan of that guy hit me in the face in Minimilson 5. Not sure what it was. Never saw the shooter. Two shots to the specs and one to the cheek. Respect the shooter. Okay, well maybe he could have shot a little bit lower. I don't know about that, but I wouldn't necessarily say full respect to the two shots to the face. It's only gay in airsoft. I think it's actually don't two negatives equal a positive. So airsoft and kissing men just makes it
if
okay.
that's the case, when you get tested and you get two negative, never mind.
No,
But so
yeah, it
moving
doesn't
on.
work that way. It's still AIDS. Either way, it's still AIDS. So it's a I mean, those are two great guns.
I am in the
and I wish
comments, by the way.
I wish they would continue to create and promote. Apparently, there's some new guns on the market from IWA.
Oh, buddy!
From the,
If you don't
Lancer
know,
Tactical.
the IWA event has concluded. IWA, my apologies, I'm a little congested. And holy crap, the displays, the showcasing of all these new guns that are going to enter the market this year and next. It's wild. Let me start out hot. The Mark 19 HPA'd grenade launcher that is belt fed with 40mm grenades.
Yeah.
Put all those words together in that sentence. If your mind isn't blown, it should be.
And it tallies up to $7,000.
$899. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. $7,000 for an airsoft gun. So
you might as well say it's 8. It's closer to that.
Yeah. I real quick before we go further on that. You know what, CRISPR? Where'd you say it? So it's just wait, was that it? Yes.
Yes.
Hang on, you have mine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually thought that was a pretty quality Derringer, to be honest with you.
I got a butt shot from 80 feet away, and I have it on video.
Yeah, it's made by Elite Force. It's a double shot green gas Derringer, and it actually plays very well. I don't have a problem with that. I thought it shot very well.
Very happy with it.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. I mean, and it held enough gas for multiple shots. So I thought that one was actually, it's a neat little gun. I mean, it's,
and you see people out in the wild with them every once in a while. there's some plucky, starry-eyed kid going, "You're done. I'm a special operator now from the Texas West." Yeah, I mean,
and but marriages will end with
that gun.
With the grenade launcher.
Oh, that's buddy. We're just touching the surface here. Speaking of upcoming guns, guess which 50 caliber variant of full auto is returning to the market? Oh, and just to back up a little bit, the Mark 19. Shout out to Lancer Tactical for bringing tears to both gaskets and my eyes when we saw that price tag. The MH2 50 caliber machine gun was also displayed at the Lancer Tactical booth. My God, can't wait to see the price point on that. That's not even on their website. The Mark 19 made it on.
I gotta say, guys, and I've been playing long enough to remember Lancer Craptical.
Yes,
and it's just not the case anymore. I mean, really, it's not. I guess you can be called bad just long enough and then just get fed up with it and start making good stuff.
Oh man.
Because I mean, with the advent of a lot of their Gen 2 stuff, they really got it right. Between the MOSFET and things like that, they really got that right.
You know what they premiered at the show though? Their Gen 3 stuff. Yeah. Hey, better than
yeah.
Okay, so before I say this, we have a Wolverine certified tech right here. We love Wolverine. We love all your products. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
However, and you can take the reins on this one.
What?
Their new premiere of their HPA Wolverines. Wolverine.
No, I won't talk about it. No.
Well,
all right. So this conversation is guns that we love and guns that we hate.
Here we go.
I don't mean to disrespect and be prejudiced. I am not a Speed QB player, not my favorite play style. And what a fantastic name, very fitting name that Wolverine gave their new release, calling it the Heretic line, because this gun is shiny. How else can I say it?
You don't like how the HPA tank hangs out? You don't like
it's compact. What else can I say that's nice?
It's metallic.
It's made of metal. It's made of metal.
I think it looks cool, by the way. The Heretic is going to be a really cool wall gun, a really cool I showed up to an event gun. It is not a gun that you show and go, "I'm a reasonable human being." No.
It's I guarantee it performs fantastically. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
I'm not even talking about that.
Shout out to Wolverine. I
I
love all your stuff.
I just think maybe not the most attractive gun for me.
They had a yellow one. That was a
Oh,
metallic yellow.
there's purple. There's all kinds. And I think Wiener said something about the Hater before. By the way, the second edition Hater, the version 2.
Oh, so much better than the first.
Way better.
Yeah.
Top dead center. Hop up. Absolutely fantastic. Such a simple gun. Such a really simple gun as a revolver. They did a great gun. Anime gun. That's the
Vorpal.
The Vorpal Bunny. Honestly, there's the rain.
It's raining.
The AM45 / Vorpal Bunny. That's the best cycling blowback pistol I've ever held.
It's so snappy.
It really is.
It's so. Some people be like, "Oh, there's some exterior features that are plastic." Shut up, man!
Yeah.
Look at how slick and sharp that. I will say you would have to get a Kydex holster for it or a universal holster.
Yeah.
No,
actually, I think it fit. I tried it in my high kappa holster.
No.
The slap.
No.
Yeah, it fit in that.
I'm glad I'm wrong.
It's a 1911. It's going to fit.
Oh, it's a shorty 1911. That's what I like the most about it.
Someone makes an EE3 kit for the Hater. EE3.
I got this, old man.
Okay.
So we are in this golden age of kits to turn your pistol into almost anything you can think of. Speaking of anime guns, you can buy the beam rifle kit for a Glock from Gundam right now. The entire full-size beam rifle. You shove a Glock in it. I live in the future. Oh, what our glorious man here is talking about, Mr. Walker himself. Yeah, you could just turn the AAP-01 or a Glock into Bulba's blaster from
Lord.
Return of the Jedi. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Right before the soundless nerd fell into the pit of doom. But anyways, I mean the EE3. There's a bolt action Jin Jaren's rifle from the Mandalorian. Yeah. You could just buy a bolt action. I don't know why you would, but you can buy a bolt action his gun from the Mandalorian. So that's neat. It's a weird time. I mean, you can go on eBike right now. Probably, I would say this. You can go on any site right now that is reputable and sells guns and find easily, at the minimum, 20 kits, 20 carbine kits for pistols right now. Oh, yeah,
for sure.
It is kind of super awesome how popularized the carbine kits have gotten.
I mean, the GTP, the GTP 9, they sell the SMC 9 to turn. They sell a kit.
Yeah,
you take the lower off the GTP 9 and put it into this kit, and it becomes the SMC 9 becomes a submachine gun. So
yeah. So things I like in the industry, these new guns coming in, the Mark 19, the MH2. And these pistol carbine kits, I think they're sweet.
Single action revolvers. So I love my
man.
The Gambler and the Wild Card.
Yeah,
absolutely fantastic. Except they're terrible at the same time.
I used the crap out of my smoke wagon until it was eaten by Black Tiger's field.
Actually, the smoke wagon is better than those two. They look better. The Gambler and the Wild Card are absolutely beautiful guns.
Yeah.
But performance-wise, it's just not.
It's pretty abysmal.
Yeah, it's not there. It's not there. Good intention, bad idea. That's what it was.
Well, if you're going to have them, just be costume pieces, they're not bad. But if you need practicality out of them, you might as well transport a cowboy from the past into world. It's not great. Oh yes, go fight people with lasers. That's what it feels like.
So I mean, shotgun-wise, there's a lot of great. There's a lot of bad. I mean, there's cheap and expensive. There's everything in between. You
know what I would love to see in airsoft for shotguns? Absolutely would love. If you've played Battlefield 3, you know exactly. I'm so congested. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The South Korean USAS 12. It's a full auto 12 gauge shotgun. It's a sleeker version of the traditional AA-12. Actually, it's a little more industrial looking AA-12. So you know how the AA-12 is very.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't care for it.
Imagine it looks practical. There's rail accessibility. It's just a slick looking gun. I'd love to see that. That would be awesome.
awesome gun that they didn't have to make, that cost way too much, was the original. Well, I mean, look, this is kind of what we're talking about. The original.
SGR 12.
No, the Gatling gun, the original.
The classic Army.
Yeah,
micro gun.
That not the micro.
The macro.
Yeah, the full blown. Took
Yeah.
a golf cart battery, full backpack, like the whole thing.
The barrels were what, 4 feet long?
$4,000 for that gun, and some people bought it.
Yeah.
Not quite the most practical gun, obviously. From what I understand, it was awesome to shoot, and it fed well because it actually fed
Better of.
It fed from a backpack. Both the micro and the Vulcan machine gun. Actually, the Vulcan, to be honest with you, out of all of them, number one. It's AEG. The design is phenomenal.
The M133 classic Army one that Marley got yesterday.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
The engineering behind how they made it, really truly phenomenal. It's the pistons are on a slide track.
Oh my god! Practicality's sake,
Yeah.
the hop up unit is just a cover. You can
Yeah.
you don't have to halfway disassemble the gun. You just
and you hand rotate it and it'll fire. That way you can chrono it. It's everything about it. This guy's at my very first op, had one died, and said, "Here y'all shoot. I'll be back."
Jesus.
For 4K, better carry itself around. It's. I mean, of the three multi-barrel guns, the newest, the new Vulcan, absolutely the best. They did a great job with it. And I think they should keep making it. And price wise, it's not terrible. I mean, $970 retail. Sometimes it goes on sale. Really a great buy. That's for the insanity of having a multi-barrel rotating gun. If they were to fix something, it would have to be a better feed system. It only holds 1,500 rounds inside the tube and has to be changed when you're out. Should have a better feed system, some kind of hopper. But again, great design. I think they crushed it with it.
And this sounds so weird. They made the new one smaller than the old one. I don't know how it's just slightly smaller.
It is.
I kind of like it being big.
It looks. I beg your pardon. All right then, ladies.
I like long barrels.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you did this to me.
I didn't say a word.
Getting gaslit into getting the kiss.
Not me. It is a little bit. It is a little bit too small. Like it looks awkwardly small.
It's like it's practically small,
Yeah.
but just aesthetically, I'm like, I wish it was. I don't know.
It almost looks like you can build a holster for it. Like
It kind of does.
It's just small enough. You might be able to build put it like a scabbard, like a shotgun scabbard.
Oh man.
But with shotguns, there. I mean, so talk about bad shotguns that were supposed to be really, really good. Jag Arms.
Yeah.
Yep, they fantastic. Right until you got them to leak. And then just forget it. They were just going to leak forever. But they were the number one gas shotgun, but they had so many leaking issues that it was just hard to stay on top of them.
If we're just talking about shotguns, one I really wish people would stop caring about is the shell ejecting Cam 870. Such an impractical shotgun. Yeah, I bought the net to catch all the rounds on the side. It's like, homie. Just buy it. I don't like it. I don't think it's very practical.
Now the SGR 12, which is my favorite.
It's the best. It's the best.
It has its own problem. First of all, the teardown we talked about. The teardown is horrendous.
Yeah, don't bother.
And unless you have a drum for it, I mean, trying to hold the mags in some kind of vest.
We could talk about the mid caps for a little bit. Those mid caps. If this ever gets to the ear of the designer for this magazine, you have some R&D to do because, buddy, those feed lips are atrocious.
And the mid cap itself is twice the size of like what is it? A PTS? Like an EPM.
Yeah.
They're twice the size of an EPM, and they hold 96 rounds.
And they're quadruple effort.
So they're you could probably do some work there.
You know what a great shotgun is? ones we wish people would talk about more. The one right above it.
Oh, the SEMA.
Oh man,
It's probably the simplest of designs.
I'm gonna go
Odin
grab
makes a
this.
kit. Odin makes a kit to turn a real Mossberg into an airsoft shotgun with real 12 gauge shells. You cut
Yeah, someone went to a TCA event showcasing that.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, to turn a real Mossberg. Oh, the other way around. Okay. Phew. I was reading it, and in my head, I was going, turn an airsoft gun into a real
Dyslexia
shotgun. Yeah.
found for cure.
Wow, that was terrible.
But
This is probably ultimately pound for pound has to be considered the best, only because it's shell fed, CO2, no pump, no nothing. Just put it in, pull the trigger.
and
You want to choose whether it's 1 round or 2. There,
right
that's
there.
it. You're done. Or 1 round or 3.
Yeah.
Done. That's all it does.
And I didn't know this. So if you single round, there's only one singular barrel in this gun. So when you're doing 3 round,
It's sending 3.
there's still a little
behind
bit of
each
a
other.
little bit of a spread, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's more compact, which I like that better. I think.
If you're looking for
An affordable-
any kind of realism, you don't have to pump it. You don't have to do any of that. So
Yeah.
so that's not there.
a great realistic semi-auto shotgun. Like
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, and
Yeah.
it costs.
it's
oh,
it's really
God, it
affordable
was-
for what it is.
I think it was like 130 or something, or
Yeah.
170. I look it up again, but it's a sub $200 shotgun,
And you
with
can-
CO2.
You can out the box. You can go to an event and keep up. I mean, it's not terrible. You're just gonna be the door guy. the whole event.
I mean, that's good. What I wish, all right, so what I wish somebody would do better and not charge $1,000 for is grenade launchers.
Oh man.
Yeah. A grenade launcher is not just a giant shotgun. I mean, that's 90% of the grenade launchers in airsoft are giant shotguns. They just shoot a spray of BBs. And I'm not a fan of that.
I wish there were more companies that made projectile rounds in the industry.
I understand how difficult it is, because bopping kids in the face with a launchable 40 millimeter round, there's something to be said about not doing that.
It's debatably evil.
But I get the difficulty, but it's when you're talking about a grenade launcher, you want something like that. I like the fact that the Master Key buckshot was an afterthought for tagging. They had everything else and then decided to have something like a buckshot. So,
Yeah.
when you've got stuff like that, that's, I think maybe it should be a little bit. Now, with that in mind, by the way, I am going to be carrying a 6 round.
You hypocrite.
And it will be loaded with all Master Key buckshot
At what event?
at Thunderdome.
Dick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of a dick move, but it's going to happen anyway.
I hope if I play, I'm on your team.
kind of how it's going to happen. A little expensive to build that out, because it does take 6 tagging tubes in order to do it. But man,
God. You know what? Let's.
I will be on. I'm actually playing for DEA, Dustin, and I am going to be playing this. I've decided, especially after how last one went, this is not a hey, I'm in one store, there in another, we're just going to shoot each other kind of game. In my mind, this absolutely positively has to be, you got to play the role. So I've talked to Freddie about it. I've decided I'm just going to be the straight 1980s door kicker, just like playing the dumb Navy SEAL. What's his name?
The dumb Navy SEAL. You're gonna be Charlie.
You're Charlie Sheen. Yeah, I'm just gonna be dumb Charlie Sheen from Navy SEAls. Just
I want you to be in Hot Shots. I want you to
do.
Part two.
I am. I'm just gonna be running, screaming my head off, just blasting in. I did actually purchase a foam.
I'm disgusted.
What's it?
A boffer?
Yeah,
a sword?
no, not a sword. No, it's
a baton.
It's a. Why can't I think of the name?
This man's old.
I am, because I'm full of food right now.
He's
Stop talking. It's what do you? Oh my God. Bash doors open with it. I can't even think now. Sledgehammer.
A battering ram?
A sledgehammer.
A sledgehammer.
I bought a foam sledgehammer.
That is sick.
That's my door breacher.
I love that.
So that's
that took all your brain cells?
It really did.
Oh my gosh.
I'm high on love for you. That's where we're at.
You don't even like
I don't. It's the shut up back there.
Yeah, Dr. Wiley.
Yeah, right.
Shout out to Pops for choking.
I want an MP5 SD6 that has work. Yes.
Oh, winner. That is a
way to bring it in. There it is.
That's a great suggestion.
So few. I started airsoft with MP5s. Like that was my very first gun.
Oh, yeah.
It's so hard to make a good one, and even harder to make a good one that has the ability to have those kind of attachments. Yeah. They're such a pain to work on, to tear down, and there's nothing for them. Absolutely nothing for them out there. There's no, like I said, there's finding tracer units, finding things like that. Now, we do actually have one. I just got one in. It has a 3 prongs that you actually put it, twist, and then it screws down. So, but it looks silly because it's like that big around. So it's just this long stem. So it looks kind of silly.
Before we go too far into SMGs, I agree with all that. What I like seeing, and I wish we saw more of, max 40 grenade shells. They're 40 millimeter grenade shells that they can take gas, green gas or CO2. Mm-hmm. They're just 40 millimeter compatible grenade shells that you can put in airsoft grenade launchers that just fire foam balls.
Yep,
that's it. Well, just fire foam balls.
You remember I have the practice golf balls, the foam practice golf ball that fit perfectly into it, there's absolutely has to be a minimum 60-foot engagement distance for those because I had Dom shoot me with it just to check, and it actually left a mark on my shoulder. So,
but the ones, specifically these foam balls, and even yours, this is not for anti-armor. This is more for like maybe like field day objective play, like make the shot in the building.
Yeah,
like when you go to like themed events, stuff like that. Yeah, I wish there was more. Just
chime in, by the way.
Yeah, you can come in and talk
if you've got a gun that you prefer, you could say as well.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, my gun. I like my gun. But yeah, I just wish there was more 40 millimeter diversity in the industry.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely,
there's none.
Yeah, you have tagging and the tagging launcher itself, which I'm glad they made the tubes. That was a great addition. But to spend that kind of money just on the launchers, so much.
Where's my great value knockoff tagging? I'm spending $110 and it comes with a plastic shell.
How come Double Eagle did not make?
Yeah. Come on. Black Tiger
Matrix
113 Airsoft.uk. Where is it?
How come EMG hasn't copied them yet?
Oh, Kasima didn't make it.
Kasima didn't make it. Fair enough.
Shout out to EMG. Good relabels.
So
they know how to pick them.
SMG wise, back to CRISPR. SMG, yeah. I mean, there's definitely some good ones. There's definitely some bad ones, obviously. My favorite of the SMGs that I've ever owned, carried, played with. But no, funny enough, I love my Scorpion.
That's right.
My King Arms was actually my favorite, though.
Really?
Well, it was so well made because it was just a basic V2 gearbox. It was in an M4 body that the magwell was cut and filled to fit just an MP5 magazine.
Really?
Yeah. If you look at it, it literally is an M4 body. They just altered the magwell, and it worked great. And it was lightweight. It was nylon or polymer or some kind of composite. And I still have it. It was fantastic. Very durable. King Arms did a great job. Now with that, I love my Scorpion.
There it is. There's the rebound on that.
It's gorgeous. I mean, it's a beautiful gun. The Vector, another
the Vector,
awkward looking gun that's fantastic. Where do these things get messed up though? There's no space for the battery. Neither one of those guns has space for batteries.
Yeah.
But the same goes for, I mean, you got like SIG, the SIG, the MPX. There's nowhere. That's an SMG. There's nowhere to put the battery in that either. It sits up top on the rail and got to use. That's your battery. That it's about that big.
Half of that.
Yeah, it's terrible. So I mean, you've got those issues with those as well. So that's SMGs. SMGs face their own problems. I mean, I don't know. It's I don't know a lot of bad ones. A lot of bad SMGs.
Bad SMGs?
Well, they made some.
The SMG8 right off the top of my head. That thing sucks.
Honestly, I was never thrilled with the GAT either. To be honest with you, I know you feel. I know there's a special place in your heart for that, but
my god!
I just like to speak for the 7 Scorpion owners that are still alive. We like the mag carrying options.
Wow.
Yeah, the GAT. I'll let you talk on that one. It's a proprietary hop up. It's like a lot of these little things, and there's no aftermarket parts for it. So go ahead, have fun with it.
Greg sits on a throne of lies. The GAT, you know what was so appealing about the GAT?
Nothing.
It wasn't an M4. I hate to be that guy, and I know the strengths and weaknesses of the things I love. The GAT was a fun gun, period. No exclamation mark. It was just big, weird, bulky thing, and you go
didn't shoot anywhere. It was
with the wind on your back, you got a little bit of distance.
Fair enough. Yeah,
it was
8.5, 12 feet somewhere around there.
The part compatibility kind of doomed it for a lack of longevity, but I mean, it was fun, but it unfortunately felt more like a fad than a feature in terms of
weapons. I mean, it had a neat look. You could buy a gold one, so that was kind of neat.
Well, okay. Well, I don't even agree with that.
I'm just saying.
I think the gold one sucks.
I mean, if you wanted to play, like I don't know, African Warlord and have your gold GAT.
No. Who are we going to get today?
Yeah.
No, you know what? To go to what we would like to see. You know what I would like to see? More movie / sci-fi guns, such as
sci-fi gun. Okay,
I got an example.
Now you're just asking for more
Judge
Desert Eagles and
Judge Dredd's pistol.
Wait, so I can talk to it and have 2 different rounds?
No, you'd scare it. You go, "Who's a good little pistol?" The gun's like, "Oh, just shoot me, dude. I'm sick of this." But more like Judge Dredd's pistol or
RoboCop pistol.
They made a RoboCop pistol. You know that?
It's made from the Desert Eagle.
It's actually the original RoboCop pistol is actually
I thought it was made from Desert Eagle.
it's like a semi-auto 9mm.
Yeah,
but it's not the
it's a 3-round shot, which I thought was awesome. Just every shot was 3 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah, they made that briefly, and then I guess nobody bought it, so they threw all the ones they had away.
USP match.
I love my USP match.
What's the USP?
Is that the USP 45?
Just the straight USP?
I have no idea. They did with a built-in sniper. Wait, what's the US? You entertain the match.
Yeah, now we got to look it up. USP match. I'm not sure what that one is.
I've never heard of
it. So are you talking about the new Crytek, Anthony? Which is actually really cool. The new Crytek is actually really cool. That's a compensator, not a suppressor.
Well, that person just told on themselves then. So it's a USP 45 with a compensator.
Yeah, but it looks kind of like a John Wick. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I mean,
but just more wild, crazy looking guns, I think would be cool. Like, it just blanked my mind. God dang it. Who's the guy from Die Hard? Bruce Willis. Okay, the movie where he's the taxi cab driver in the future and he finds an orange-haired girl.
Fifth Element.
The bad guy's gun, where it's just like this massive thing with 8 barrels, and you put it over your arm. I know that's a bad example, but I would love. I don't even know. I would love to see more wild.
All right, I'm going to age myself, and we're going to say, how about Joe Piscopo's gun from Johnny Dangerously?
It's pretty cool.
It's what do you call it? It's a 48 Magnum or whatever you call it. It had a barrel like that long.
It was like in the Jack Nicholson Batman where he pulled out the and he like literally.
The RoboCop gun was a modified Beretta 93R. Isn't that the 93R? Isn't that the gun?
Yeah.
you had that we got and never fixed, and
I
you got
fixed
back.
it, but it's just
An 88 Magnum. There it is. That's right. It's 44. It was 88 Magnum.
Whoa.
Way to go, CRISPR. Thank you, buddy.
yeah, with a net launcher. Oh my gosh! You know it's only
That's
5.
what we need. We need a net
Net
launcher gun.
launcher.
We need a net launcher gun.
I got a great link in AliExpress you're gonna click on tonight. Oh Lord! Also, there's less than 5 minutes.
Yes, there is.
Oh my God, we
Yeah.
blew through that.
Yeah.
That was pretty enjoyable.
Non-stop guns. We were naming them all.
Yeah, that's the stuff I'd like to see though.
I just I mean, we really kind of covered them all. There's not a lot of hate. Like, I'm not a fan of half blowbacks. I'm not like things like that. I'm not a huge.
You know
fan
what
of
I'm
things
sick
like
of
that.
hearing about? 416s. It is annoying. It is cult-like with you nerds.
Like, there's like one more hour.
416, 417. Like, we get it. Oh, so special. There's 15 other people in the field with his gun, guys. I don't care. You're as culty as the AK people with the AN-94s. AN-94. Oh, you know, this is Battlefield 4.
Yeah,
get out of my face.
There's a gun I could do without.
The AN-94.
Anything AK.
Anything.
Anything AK.
Oh, controversial.
Not a
Your
fan.
hop-up units suck.
Not a fan. Your selector levers suck.
Nice dust cover. Oh wait, the button jammed, so the whole thing fell off. Just
can't get my battery in. Can't get my battery out. Battery doesn't fit. No thanks. I'm all set. The new M249 gas blower. Is that the $1,500 one that weighs 27 pounds? Is that the new one?
It's cool looking.
I mean, there's that.
Honestly, watching people test fire that, I'm like, God, I wish that was me. Don't let Marley see it. He'll beg.
No, he just got a gun.
He doesn't care. He'll suck your fingers.
He can give it back.
He'll suck your toes. He'll even suck
at the same time.
But yeah, just the one comment. One more
hour. Yeah. No, I mean, it's like, again, there's not a lot of there's a lot of bandwagon guns out there that aren't great, but they got to come out for people to try. Like, I used to sell a lot of Wellfire sniper rifles because you know it had every component, it had bipod and an optic and everything on it, and it was like $180. You know, so I could get somebody in the game, let them find out, and if it broke after 2 games, they didn't really waste the money to get their money's worth. They knew whether or not they actually wanted to be a sniper. So, you know, I can't really talk bad about them.
I mean, for the price, it was good.
Yeah.
But man, it's like
you have to have some of that.
You gotta love not killing anybody to use that platform.
AK is bulky. I wouldn't carry one in real steel or airsoft. Overrated. Yeah, I am not a fan. Absolutely not a fan.
Oh, thanks.
Pirate.
Is
that you?
Oh wait, let's we're
I wonder if that's actually is that Pirate? Yeah.
Pirate, if that's you, send us more compliments.
No. I don't know. You don't know Pirate, do you?
Not a clue.
Yeah, no, Pirate. He came on the scene. He actually came to the event. He came to Clash, wearing all the wrong uniforms.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Pirate, you're an idiot.
He
now
has the right uniform. He's actually fantastic. He's such an incredibly positive guy. I love having him come to the shop.
We need to have some closing statements.
Favorite guns, the ones I build.
Favorite guns are the ones I get from Greg.
Favorite guns, anything with the D-hop. There it is.
This is our come here, you're in trouble. We got to get our other team our other team member in here. What was that? What'd you just?
Any gun with the D-hop.
Greg won't say it, so we will. The gun.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you very much. And I appreciate that. I'm still working on trying to do one for a gas blowback. Guys, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I know we kind of whipped through this one. The one that shoots on game day. There it is.
Oh, Anthony, let me relate to you even harder. Is it the first one that went down, the second one went down, or the third one that doesn't feed right? Because that's how I feel at games. Oh.
It is all right. So it is Pirate. There it is. Thank you very much, Pirate, for joining us. But I look forward to seeing you in the shop again and
with the masterpiece, Baba.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah. I'm actually building a gun here shortly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's great being able to do this, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for all the comments. Love, even if we don't get to see you guys in person, love to actually be in here and interacting with you.
Hey, and real quick, well, because he won't chill, do you want some awesome guns, a great location, a Wolverine certified tech, or some upgrades to your weapon? check us out in Cape Coral, the Dead and Outfitter shop. They will do anything within reason or not, depending on how sharp the Dremel is. Basically, whatever you want.
www.deadandoutfitters.net. Yeah.
D-Hop Barrels.
Thank you guys very much. Really appreciate you guys coming on. Thank you so much for being here. We look forward to we'll see you again in 2 weeks. See you guys then.